How you doing, everybody? It's John Laurinaits live. This is Halloween edition. We're only going to talk for a few minutes, but I only got a few things to say today, but didn't have a lot going on, I guess. And first of all, happy Halloween. It is October 31st, 2020. What a year we're having. It's not been good, but anyway, we'll make the best of it. Got the pumpkin here. I don't know what you think of that thing, but that's quite a different style. What the heck? I thought it was different. It's like the long-lost pumpkin. Anyway, I might carve it out. I don't know. I'm not sure. Might just leave it. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good Halloween, safe. I think the kids can get out. Most places are having Halloween, and I think the people giving out the candies have a mask on. The kids have, well, they'll have Halloween masks, but I don't know. Maybe they should have masks on too, really. But that's up to the parents. And I don't know how you can social distance outside. Again, outside hasn't been a bad deal. You know, it's been less. It's more when you're all grouped together inside where you're going to get this thing. But anyway, that's from what I hear from the experts in the medical system. But anyway, enough of COVID. Everyone's tired of it. And it's just taking too long, and it's going to go on a long time. We just got to accept it. So the more we can do to stop the spread, the better. People do the right thing, it's going to help. But I think it's going to take a while. And it might just take till we have to get a vaccine made up to actually conquer it, because it just seems to be hanging in there. It doesn't seem to go away. So anyway, with that, happy Halloween. Going to talk about my favorite topic, Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys are probably sick of it. Hey, they're undefeated. 6-0, baby. And that's the way it is. Supposedly, I talked to my friend Joe Mooney up in Canada. He said they're the only team that's undefeated right now. I said, really? Even the Chiefs have lost. Now they're coming up with a big game, though, this week against Baltimore. Their arch enemy. You know, you got a tough team there. And, again, it's the quality running back they got there. I forget his name now, but he's good. And just like Derrick Henry, and they held him back pretty good to the last game there. That was a tight game. And same's going to go this week, but I think they got the defense. Defense can hang in there. If the offensive line can get enough protection, Ben Roethlisberger, to get out and get his arm going there, I think we'll be all right. But it's probably going to be a tight game. They're one of the top teams in the league, so we'll see what happens. I want to see them beat, because I'm sick and tired of them beating the Steelers. Over the years, they beat them in bad times, and I'm sick of it. I want to go 7-0. And then Dallas, we'll totally eliminate Dallas. They're so lousy, we should be able to pick them apart like a mechano block set. Just take them apart. That's the next game, though. But we go game by game, so I'm hoping I'm going to be in there watching tomorrow. Hopefully they can pull it out again. But while I'm on the subject of NFL, I'm telling you, what is it with these bad referees? And I'm not trying to be biased, but it seems like every time the Steelers play, they pull some real shitty calls against the Steelers. Almost made-up calls. I've never heard some of these calls. What is offensive pass interference? When you have the ball, you got your offense on the field, your quarterback's out there, he's throwing a pass to a receiver. All right. How can that be interference on your side? You're throwing to your own receiver. If anything, the interference will be pass interference on defense. They called this, and I'm telling you, it almost screwed up the whole game last week. They were on a drive. It eliminated their drive down the field. They could have scored some points and put the game to rest. Oh, no. Turnover, come back, and, it was crucial. What came down to that field goal, the guy missed it. I laughed. It was great. Rossberg went, whoa. He couldn't believe it. It was good luck. But I made up for these shitty calls of the refs, I'm telling you. Sorry with bad language, but crappy calls. They shouldn't be there. I don't know what these refs are on drugs. They can't see, or they make stuff up in their mind. But I've never heard of some of these calls, and they're not right. And some of them are so minor. Okay, I can see if it's a proper face mask, okay. False start, pass interference. There's only a few main ones, but then they start coming up with these goofy ones. And then they didn't even show the replay to show it to see if it was an actual call or not. That's what made me mad, because they didn't show it. The receiver caught the ball. Should have had the ball, first down, went for goal. Would have been fun. Game would have been over at that point. Oh, no, we had to put up with another few minutes of craziness, but we still pulled it out. But I'm telling you, Titans were good to come back like they did. They're a tough team, and they are one of the better teams in the league. So I think if we can take them, we can give Baltimore a good go here at Sunday. I hope they can take them. Be about time to get them out of there. You give them a loss. Other than that, as I say, the refs are bad. That goes for other sports too. We've seen it in baseball over the years. A couple of seasons ago, I was watching the baseball, and man, I'm telling you, some of the umpires, a strike was a ball and a ball was a strike. And I mean, now they show a little box now where they can show how the pitch comes in, and that's their area for that. But in those days, it just was up to the umpires. It still is, but man, they'd get some bad calls. It gets crucial in a tight game. You know, if you get a guy out on a strike and it should have been a ball, you know, it could change the whole game. I don't know. But there's always been that human factor, I guess, in all sports. Today they can review a lot of stuff, so it's nice with the reviews, and sometimes they get overturned, which is good if it's a crappy call. But I don't know what it is about Pittsburgh. They seem to get an overwhelming amount of penalties. I don't know if other teams have the same problem, because I don't watch the other games, but it's usually a one-side deal. When the refs start calling these calls, it starts affecting the game. It controls the game. They're not there to control the game, really. They're there to catch a few of these things to make the game fair, but both sides should be penalized. When one team gets more penalties than the other, and they're crappy calls on top of that, you begin to wonder what's going on. Like someone getting a little cash on the table here. You know, what's going on? Because of betting and stuff, I don't go for that shit. It's supposed to be, you know, up front. So anyway, that's my take on that. But they still won it. Because the guy missed a field goal. It would have been a tie game. Then it would have been overtime. Who knows what would have happened then. Because the Titans were on a comeback. But we took it. Win's a win, and we'll see how we do this week. I hope they take another one. I'd love to see them go undefeated the whole season. I don't know if it's ever happened before. I think it has a couple times. But if they're undefeated, it'd be nice to keep that way. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for a win. And definitely against Dallas. That should be a win in the books. And after that, I think they have a few easy games. They still play Baltimore one more time. I don't know. What's the season? 16 games usually, I think. So we're getting almost halfway through season now, so it goes quick. But then the Super Bowl. So anyway, anything's great. Steelers are so improved over the last couple of years, but of course they got Ben back. The team's playing as a team. They're not being selfish, and that's the way it is. And I think that if they keep playing like that, they're going to keep winning. If not win, they're going to have some close games anyway. So. Good football. That's all I got to say about that. It's that time of year. As I said, happy Halloween. Everyone's got to do their thing. And if they don't want to don't want to do it, I guess they don't have to. Opt out if you want, but whatever. It's nice for the kids. The kids enjoy it. And they should have something to do because they haven't had it easy. They're stuck in the house all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know what I mean. So this is another thing. Now, what else we got to talk about? We got... big election coming up here in a few days. That's it. It's crucial. As I said again, people just got to get out and vote. If they can. If they can't, they've had a chance to do the mail-in ballot. They've already had some early ballots, which people have already done. So there's not much excuse not to get your vote in. If you can possibly do it, get in there and vote. And vote for who you want. It's up to you who you want in there. Got two choices when it comes down to it. You got Joe Biden, you got Donald Trump, the head guys. Donald's been the president. If he gets this, it'll be a second term. If he doesn't, well, Biden gets in. But it's who you like, what you think. It's been a lot of trash talk, but that seems to be the way anymore. You got to put that aside sometimes and just look at the policies, see what's going on, and, you know, think who you think's the best candidate for the job. You know, so I'm not telling everyone who to vote. You can vote for who you vote for. But it could be close. I don't know what the polls are saying right now. But the polls are always a little bit off. They're never perfect. And it doesn't come down to election day to really... That's when it gets the fan, see what happens, get them tallied up, and then they'll know after that who's got it or not. But it's going to be... It's crucial, I think, because, I don't know, policies, I think they're pretty far apart in policies, the two parties right now. Besides being apart as far as not working together... almost hating each other for whatever reason. And now the policies sound like they're very far apart in the policies that the two parties are going to want to go ahead with. So, again, you got to look at that stuff. And I don't know if enough has been said about it. You know, you got to watch the political shows. You got to be right on top of it. It's tough because not everyone's... A lot of people are sick of it, that fighting and that. But if you want to be an informed voter, you should look into some of the policies of what they stand for. Don't get rid of the corona. The corona's there. Nothing we can do about it right now. Just apart from the corona, if you look at the policies, see what you think who would be the best leader or which party would be the best going forward for America. That's all I have to say about that. Get out and vote. Can't vote, you can't bitch. That's all I say. That's it for that. What else we got? I don't know if there's anything interesting in the news. We just had the baseball finished up. I guess the Dodgers got the World Series. It was pretty good baseball. You know, the scores weren't particularly high. A lot of great pitching and just timely hits. Pitching was unbelievable. I'm telling you again. That's one thing when I do watch the ball game, I never used to really care. Say I was bored with baseball. But now, when I watch a ball game, I really key in on the pitching. And I watch that pitcher and I get into it. It's a strategic way they operate. And, you know, the fastball, all the different pitches. And it counts on the outs they get. The more outs they get, striking out guys. That's what counts. And it was a really good series all around. But the old Texas team couldn't get it. But Dodgers got it. That's it. They won it. That was good for them. And that's all I have to say about that. Again, I enjoy the pitching because it's a real battle between the pitching and the hitting. That's the whole game right there. And then you do have the defensive side with the fielders. And they're there to get those balls. But anyway, it was really good. And that's over. So it's in the books. So I don't know when that's over for the ball season. Now they're talking NHL hockey. I think they're talking about starting up a new season in maybe January. I think that's what they said. Basketball, they're unsure. They're thinking either December or January. Could be about a month. They got to figure that out yet. They haven't got it ironed out between the union, the players, and everybody in the league how they're going to, go ahead with the timing of it. Some would rather have it a little earlier, some maybe, but it's going to happen. But that'll get ironed out soon. But they're going to have another season. So, of course, the NFL's too busy right now. We're halfway. They're not going to worry about that yet for the next season. But with this COVID again, throw COVID in there. At least they're getting used to how to deal with it, and they're doing a pretty good job. They're getting a few guys come down with it, but you're going to have that happen. It's going to happen. But overall, they're keeping it pretty good with the health of the players, and they got to look out for that. So, again, there we go with that. Kind of COVID comes in again, but that's enough of that. Again, happy Halloween. I really don't have a heck of a lot else to say today. It's, the weather's getting a little cooler. You guys up in Canada are getting snow and everything else up there. I'm glad we don't have that. We don't like that. That four-letter word, snow, that's a dirty word for us. I don't like it. We don't get a heck of a lot of snow in Texas. Get an odd snowball, but it doesn't last long. It warms up too fast. So North Texas gets a little bit once in a while. North of Lubbock, up in Amarillo, up in the Panhandle, you get a little bit. It's higher elevation. I get a little snow once in a while, but it doesn't ever last too long. I get a dusting. We don't get much. We don't have to worry about snow tires and all that too much. And that's a nice thing. But we do get it awful hot. And it's awful hot weather most of the year. So, a lot of people don't like the climate in Texas. It is pretty hot. It gets hot and dry. But, anyway, that's how we like it. So, other than that, one more thing I wanted to talk about today. My friend up in Canada, Joe Booney, I was watching. He did a tremendous interview. You want to see a professional interview, you want to watch this one. With Jack Armstrong, commentator for the Toronto Raptors, I should say. Sorry about that. The basketball team, the Toronto Raptors, NBA team. He's one of the two commentators. He's been there a long time. He's terrific. Originally from New York City. He's got the Brooklyn accent to go with it. But he's a terrific gentleman. And Joe Booney interviewed him on his show and asked him very poignant questions because they pertained a lot to Joe Booney as where his career goes. And he asked Joe a lot of poignant questions about basketball. He asked him how he started, and Jack started coaching, and then he went into broadcasting later on, and all this kind of thing. And it was really good. It was quick, short, and to the point, but all the questions were really insightful from Joe, and Jack answered them all perfectly answered questions, and it was really good back and forth. They went, talked about questions whether, like Joe said, how do I, start off in broadcasting, or how did, or Jack said, well, you got to pay your dues. You just can't jump to the big leagues right away. You work your way up, and then you make your mistakes along the way, and then perfect your craft. And I think that's good, goes with almost anything in life. But Jack just said, if you love what you're doing, go for it. And I think that's the correct way to go for most people. If they can, if they can find a career that they enjoy, they're going to stay at it longer. They're going to do better at it. They're going to love their life more. Not everyone has that. As I said last week, not everyone has the opportunity, let's say, to be able to work in a job they actually love. A lot of people out there just doing a job to make money, to put food on the table, look after their family. God bless them for it, because some of the jobs they do are not that, let's face it, they're tough jobs, and they're jobs a lot of people don't want to do, and they have to be done, and God bless them for doing it. And they put in a lot of hard work, and they get frustrated, some of these places. But when you're working, doing something you love, whether it's farming or broadcasting or whatever you want to do, you can be a truck driver, whatever you enjoy. If you enjoy it, you're going to go in every work every day, happy to go to work. And that's the attitude you're going to have. But if you just have a drudgery job, you just go in, you have to go in because you have to make that money. It's a different story. It's tough for those people. And it's a lot of people out there, that's the way it is. It's just paycheck to paycheck, and, they don't have the education or whatever, and they don't have the job there. But for those that are lucky enough to do a job they love, or be in a position to have their own business, which they love, or whatever, give them credit. They put their hours in too, and then they love the job, so it makes it enjoyable for them to go into their job every day. They love it. That's why they stick at it that long. So for those people, it's a great opportunity to enjoy life, basically, because your work is a large part of your life. So you're out there a lot working. You're away from home, and just wanted to throw that in too. But it was something else, this interview, because it was very well done, very professional. So everyone could see that on YouTube. Look it up, and it was terrific. Terrific job. It wasn't long. It was well done. Questions were right on tack, and it was very well done. I was impressed by it. And it's going to look good for Joe Booney's resume, that's the interview, because it was, he's getting some top guys. He's got another one coming up with another, I forget who his name is, but it's coming up soon. Another guy that's a sports guy, another kind of commentative guy, and he's another well-known guy. So he's getting these top people now on his show, and I'm telling you, he has that behind him, and he gets some good interviews, and that's another good thing that look at when he goes to apply for jobs for whatever, for, even in your local level sportscast. They see this, they say, look at this guy, he's already doing this, and this. He's doing a lot more than a lot of them would do, he's ahead of the game. And they're going to look at that. So other than that, I don't know. That was it. I pretty well exhausted my topics. It's Halloween again. Everyone be safe. Have a good Halloween. The kids that are going to do it, I hope they enjoy themselves and not think too much about this damn disease out there. And just enjoy themselves for the couple hours that it is. And, that's it. And a lot of the parties aren't going to be happening. People are just going to have to sit at home and whatever, relax, I guess. But that's okay too. But as far as that goes, this is all I have to say today. This is John Laurinaits from Lubbock, Texas, signing off. Till next time. It was a little quick show today, but we didn't have a lot on the schedule. But all I have to say is goodbye.